Morning. Well, afternoon. Another pretty cold, windy day in New England. It's supposed to rain all day today, so I thought I was going to get rained out, but it looks like the rain's going to hold off for a couple of hours. So I'm going to try to finish up this order that plagued me with the metal yesterday. I'll show you what's going on, give you an update, and we are going to try to power mill this log on the mill, which will be enough to get us pretty much done. Let's show you what's up here. So this is kind of where we're at on the 180 1x6 order. I'm at, I think, let's see, these are 20 stacks. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 170. 175. That one down there just needs to be just slightly skimmed where it's fat on one end, so we're like 176, so we're like 4 short of the 180. I want to give her 190, so just in case there's some checks and some of this and some of that, and the fact that it really doesn't cost me anything to do a few extra, I want to give her 190. So technically I've got 14 to cut. I've got these flitches. I think there's 2 here, and oh, this one's a weird wonky one, so I'm not sure I don't even know if I want to use this. This one's a wicked bad one. But these other flitches, I think there's 2 here and there's 2 here. What the hell was that? And then there's a few more boards in here. I also have a board sitting over there that I think there might be 1 or 2 in. So this log should be more than enough. Let me grab my tape measure. Let's take a look at this log real quick. It's just over 8 feet. It's probably close to in between 9 and 10, just based on the bunks. It's 14 inches. I think that's going to give me, so it's like 14 and a half or 15 inches. 14 and a half this way, 14 and 3/4 this way. Pretty symmetrical. I think, so 12 inches is like 9.6. So it's going to give me about a 10-inch can. It's going to yield me about 8 plus the flitches, probably 9, 10, almost 12 boards would be plenty. This should finish it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to mowing here. I kind of want to power mill this log, get it done, and because I've got weather coming, I'm almost out of firewood in the house. So I'd kind of like to split a little bit of firewood before it rains here, if I can get to it. So I am going to try to mow through this log as fast as I possibly can. I think, and if I remember, I'll show you at the end of the video, I think I found the reason that my clutch is clunking around, and I believe that's it's gonna cause the clutch to fail. What was that? Okay, I gotta get this thing docked down a little better. Doesn't seem like it's super stable. There's not a lot of dirt in this log, to be honest. I think it's pretty clean. Get this a little bit lower. Okay, it's pretty stable. Top cut's going to be about maybe just a little shade less than 14. Don't have to pay a super amount of attention to this one because I think it's going to yield me plenty with the flitches that I got sitting around. So we'll get it out of the log pile and let's just mow it out. Oh, I got to put a little bit of water in my, to use up what's left of my all-season antifreeze here. I do have a little bit of water in here. I will probably, by the time I do the flitches and everything, I'll probably use most of this. If I don't let it run out, then every time that I add water to it, it'll keep it from freezing. So let's put the whole thing in there. And try not to forget to put the water cover on. I've got this Silvatip Turbo 7. I only brought one band down, so pray to God we don't hit any metal here. Well, let's get the mill warmed up. And like I said, I think I found the reason that the clutch is clunking around on the mill. So what it looks like to me is that there is twin clutch springs in the centrifugal clutch. They are bound together with rings like this. They get into the area in between the shoes, and I think what happens is that the shoes catch on the corners of those rings when they're extending out, is what I think is going on. And I think eventually what happens is if they're going to keep rubbing like that, because that ring moves, if they keep rubbing like that, I think eventually they'll break those clutch springs. At least that's what I believe is happening, without taking the clutch off and pulling it apart. So also quick update, important update. I think what I'm going to do based on the guides is that I'm going to order a set of roller guides, and I'm going to do a comparison. I'll cut a log like this with the ceramic guides and a new band, really push through it, see how it cuts, and then I think I will turn around and do a part 2, put the roller guides on, brand spanking new band, similar size log, mow through it, and we'll compare the two logs, and we'll compare the waves and everything, brand new bands, real aggressive feed rate, because that's what we all want. We want to be able to just mow through this and not get waves. And I'm going to compare the two, and whatever works the best is what I'm going to run with. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I just want to give you an update on that. So we'll go at this thing and see if we can knock it out fairly quickly here. So come up to about 14, see where that is on the log. Try to do calculations in my head. So 14 misses the whole way. Come down to 13. There's that clutch clunking around right now. Let's take top off right there. Not going to be super concerned. So I can get a 6. I can get a 6. I still can get a 6. I can get a 6. So it looks like I get a 6 out of this. I'm going to drop down, take 1 inch off it. I'm at 13, drop down to 11 7/8. Take another cut. My clutch is clunking around right now. I would say that it's just a matter of time before it fails. 11 7/8. go all the way over with this. See if we can set our height first. So I'm at, let me just make sure I get myself to 6. I'll never go below that. So my width either has to be divisible by 1 1/8 or come all the way down to 6, 1 or 2. Could just mill us down to 6, but then I got to edge it all off. Kind of don't hate where that is at 10 1/2. Let's just go mill it right there. I'm not putting any water to it. Definitely get a board out of that. So I was at 10 1/2. I come down to 9 3/8. Take another board. These are really nice pieces here. Beautiful wood. Just get it rolled on the side, square it up. Take top off it. Some weird holes in it. Some weird holes in the middle of that log. Hopefully it's not anything to be concerned about. This looks like it's going to be horns up. Hopefully that stays square. Perfect. So that's about 12 to the clean wood. It's about 12 to the clean wood. This is a little higher here. This is way off the bunk. I'm going to really do a number on this if I don't level that other end up. It's at 16. I got to come up 2 on the other end. Let's just go ahead and do that. We need this end to go down. Damn it. Come on. So let's come up 2 inches on this end. That should kind of even out the cant. Got the horns up here on this, so Whoa, yeah, see that? So let's see what that did. So it's about 16 to the top. It's about 15 to the top there. I think I could maybe manage a little less than that. It's an inch and a half. So it's like, yeah, it should be like 15 and a half. That's 15 and a half. That's perfect. Let's make sure we get her square and we can dog her down right here. Get the best yield out of it. I mean, we don't want to be barbarians. Stay there. Perfect. Okay. So, right around 12-ish, takes us off nice and clean. My guess right now is that we're going to be somewhere around, man, those kind of look like nail holes. Hope not. We're going to be somewhere around where I guessed, around a 10-inch cant would be my guess. Let me take it off at 12. Well, it sucks, but it's where it is. I'm going to come up to 13 and let's see what that does. Tape measure doesn't lie. So I'm at 13. We'll drop down to 11 7/8. We'll take a board off. That'll clean up the wane and get us another 1x6. Get us one 1x6 there, cleaned up the wane. Flip her over. So what's our width here now? So we're at 9. We're at 9 3/8. That actually works out perfect to mill off the side. So we'll see when we clean up the other side what dimension we can get to. The 9 3/8 works out good to come off the side to 6 inches. Because you need 9 3/8, 8 1/4, 7 1/8, and then 6. So that's even 1-inch increments, 1-inch boards going down to the 6-inch mark. If I have to mill it to 6 to set my width. So we'll clean up the top. To clean it up, it's going to be 8 there. And 8 there. So I want to come to, let's see, 7 and 8, 8 1/4. If I mill this off at 8 1/4, I'll set my 6-inch width here, then flip it on its side and mill it out. So I want to go to 8 1/4. Now go to 7 1/8. And go to 6 inches even. Take these 2 boards, flip it on its side, mill it out. And let's see. Let me just see if 6 inches ends up on 1-inch scale. I could actually leave those on. It doesn't. It ends up in the middle. So when I get this down to 4 or below 6, I could throw those back on and mill off a 6-inch piece off them. Drag it nice and low so we don't run into it on our last cut. Make sure our 1-inch scale didn't move, so 2 1/8, 3 1/4, 4 3/8. Let's go down to 4 3/8 real quick. Make sure, yep, that top 1-inch scale, perfect. So my 1-inch scale did not move. Look here. Hang on. That was 9.
Gotta go.
See ya.
Put him in the truck.
Okay.
You take him out when you're ready?
Yep. 7 3/4. one was 6 5/8. 1, 2, 3. Next one should be 5.5. One, two, three, 4. Next one should be 4 3/8. One, two, 4, 5. Take these boards off. We'll put those other boards back on and we'll cut them to 6. These are all cutting out beautiful, nice and straight, no waves, nice and on dimension. Put these two back on. How wide are they? Okay, so they're only 9 wide. I'm gonna take a look at kind of gray what I got on the sides. It's not that bad either way. A nice clean one on the bottom here. Put this one on like this. This one kind of doesn't matter. There's really no wane on the bottom here. So we're going to cut the top off these, come down like an inch, and so like 9, come down and 9.5, come down to 8 3/8. Stickers. Come down to 7.25. Flip them over. Cut these off at 6. Two more. Beautiful. So that board right there is my full order. And I gotta move these out. See if I get enough room to get a 6-inch board in there. Let's throw this one up there, this side down. This is going to be a tight one, so let's just mill it by itself. To come down and get rid of this wane, I got to be at 7.5. That made a pretty good wave in it. I'm gonna come down to, I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch off it and go slower on this pass. 7.25. I'll flip it over. Cut it at 6. How's it going? Yeah, thanks. Let me just pause my camera 1 sec.
Oh, sure.
Pause you guys 1 sec. Let Danny out. Sorry, I got a customer here buying out all my 1x stock out front on my bunks. He's doing a rough sawn cottage. Some of these seems kind of weird to be doing these some of these instead of batch cutting them, but some of them are so close to 6 inches that the only way to really do it is to cut them one at a time. If I could cut them more at a time, I wish I was that good. See if I can do this one 2 at a time. Basically what you do when you do them 2 at a time like this is as soon as you get a flat edge, you flip it over, and as long as you never go below 6 inches, you can't screw it up. See if I can mill these out. I don't know if these are going to yield the whole 1x6 or not. Try and find a short spot here. It's around 9.5. We'll try to take it off 9.5. As soon as you get a clean side, you flip that one over, and as long as you never go below 6, you can't mess it up. Sometimes no matter what you do, you're just not going to get a 1x6. This one here, right now, the front one, let's measure out 8 feet. 8 feet I got one, it's good. So I'm going to flip the front one over. Hopefully that's 6 inches here. Yep, looks like this one will be a 6. The back one looks like it could use a little more trimming. So actually, I'm going to leave the back one out front, flip the front one out back. Yeah, that looks good actually. The goal is to get them both flipped over before you make your 6-inch cut. So if I take this one down to, looks like 8 3/4, 8 3/4. If I go down to 8 3/4, then the front one should be able to be flipped. Normally when I do this, I got a mile to go, so I'm cutting stickers. In this case, these are so close to 6 inches that I can't mess around with them. So right now, all I have to do is just go ahead and mill this right at 6 inches, and I got 2 more. Oh, it's a stick sticking up. I'm going to come up to 7 1/8 and do that first, and I might get some stickers out of it. And come down to 6. Now I will get stickers out of it. And that's 2 more 1x6s. Some people that you watch will just throw like that whole bundle up there and just go through it. But I don't see any way that if I didn't do it carefully that I would have got 1x6s out of those two. It's too tight. All right, this one right here. It's not a very good board. Might keep this one to the side for now. This one is a really good one. And I think I got one more really good one here. This one's going to kind of do the same thing as the other one. It's going to kind of yield a 1x6 out of the middle. I might want to do these separate. There's a chance I can get 2 out of this one. I don't know that I want to mess with my thinking here. These are good boards on this one. This one's a weird board. I can throw this on after I get a 6 off the top of this one. Let's see if it's going to yield 2. It's not going to yield 2. With a little bit of weight, I could get 2. If I come down Yeah, a little bit of wane I could yield too if I split the difference. So this is 13. If I come down to 12 and a half, take it off at 12 and a half, maybe. The big question here is whether I want a really good 1x6 or I want a little bit of wane on 2. And it's just a little wane. So I mean like a teeny little bit of wane. I want to come down to like right there. So it's like, it's like 3/4 off the top. Let's do that. Let's take 3/4 off the top. Okay, so it's 13 3/8. It's 12 and a half, no matter how I want to slice it. That looks about right. So come down to 12 and an 8 and then 6. I think that works out. Before 12 and an 8. And then come down to 6. Some half. A good one. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's definitely 10 here, so that's good. So let's cut this one. No, this seems tedious and slow, but it's not that bad, really. As long as you keep that other cant up there. Plus, I got a few boards left in that cant, too. Oh, come up to, looks like around 10. How much room I got? I got about an inch, so we're good. Up to 10. That wasn't really a waste. Look how thin it was in the middle. Flip it over, rip it at 6. Go to 7 and 8, 8 1/4. Let's go ahead and rip it in a couple stages here. And actually, I'm going to go to 9 and 3/8. Doing this because I get a bunch of stickers out of it. File the flat side. So we come up to Take it off at 12. Probably then just drop down 6, take it off, and be done with it. 12 and an 8. Nope. That's not quite 8 feet. I need to come down more. Oh, it's 12 and an 8, and then 11. Let's get a sticker out of it. Okay. I'll flip it over. Put it up 6. We're done with this one. Let's go to 6. Seven and an eighth, 8 and a quarter, 9 and 3/8. Now there is a pretty fat section in the end of this one. I'm going to mill it off with that other 1-inch board. I think that's all I'm going to mess with there. Let's go ahead and mill the rest of this cant out. And then I'll throw those 2 1-inch mill jobs up on here when I get down to my last cut. Mill them with the last cut. And these two that have got a flat section on them, we'll throw these on here. We'll mill all of them right at the same time to 1 inch. Let's try it this way. Yeah, this one's pretty funny. It's a funky one. I don't know if it's going to help or not on this one. Okay, dry it out, throw it down at 1 inch, and finish up. That should be it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shut it off. Done. I can go to firewood. Did a good job slimming these down. Nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9. 10, 11, 12. She's getting 192. That's going to conclude today's exercise. Now I can go on to firewood. Try and get some firewood in the house before it rains. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's actually 13 here. Just going to get them all. So that's the bundle. That's the waste. I've got all the stickers sitting out here. I'm going to get rid of all my slab wood, but I want to do firewood first. I got to go check on my customer up there. It's pulling apart my 1x material, and he's buying everything I have, which is awesome. Have them down here too, and look around down here. There's a bunch of kind of 1x material down here too. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to do a series. I'm going to get the roller guides, and I'm going to run this. I'm going to set up the ceramics with a brand new band on a cant. I'll put a cant up, mow through the cant with the ceramics, set that aside, go to part 2, put the roller guides on, set it all up, brand new band with a cant, maybe I'll do half and half. I can't get a pretty big cant, do half and half, and we'll compare dimensions, flatness of cut, the speed, the feedback, everything, and we'll see how roller guides compare to the ceramics. For a couple of $100, I can't see as it's, if you wasted a ceramic and had a problem, then you could throw a roller guide on and be back working. So I got to get an extra set of belts anyway, and I got to order a couple of boxes of blades. So keep your eyes out for that one. I'm definitely going to do that. And for now, with all that metal, all this metal over here that I hit yesterday, that right there, where is it? That right there is everything I hit yesterday, plus a few. With all that, I got it done, and I beat the rain, and bonus time. Now all I gotta do is drop it off to her. I think I was gonna take 2 trips in the truck, but I think I'm gonna just try to load the trailer. I think I'm gonna split firewood first, get 1 bucket done. Then I gotta move some logs because there's one of them's in front of my trailer. Get my trailer, pull my trailer down here to the side somewhere, get the bobcat over here, load the trailer up, strap the whole thing down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just do 1 trip. So for now, Power Solutions out.